Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Disgaea PC. Okay, so in the last one, there were a few things that we did. Not too much, but enough. We ended up beating mid-boss and then meeting some girl that was like, "I'm going to kill you," but we all know that that's not going to happen. Anyway. Let's go see what happens next. Let me see if I can remember the controls. It's been a little bit. Yeah, there we go. A girl just went in here to use the Dimension Gate. Where'd she go? She wanted to go someplace nobody could find her, so I sent her to Frozen River. Doesn't revealing the information defeat the escape purpose? She's probably gonna be our final boss. It's alright. Okay, so, for reference, I'm a filthy liar. I said I was going to grind, and I didn't. So I'm just gonna have them be kind of background characters for the moment. Okay, so he's there, so I can go here and then just attack him. Yeah. That's all I need to know. And then Lahara will move, like right there? Can he kill them from there? Attack zone obstructed. Oof. Never mind then. Man, this game's gonna be a long one, I'll tell you. And if I use Red Mage, right? And bam. That should be enough, probably, I hope. And then Numair will be in the background like, "Hello, my name is Numair." Bravo. Go this way. Carla, going this way. And Idola, going this way. Creating the Great Wall of Prinny. Only some truly know the pain of the Great Wall. You cannot go over it. You literally just cry yourself to sleep. Oh, 9 damage isn't bad. Heckin' heck, man. Oh, Jesus! Okay, so maybe having these people here wasn't the greatest idea. Maybe. I'm not quite sure yet, but... Let's move Numair back, so Numair doesn't die, because knowing Numair, that's exactly what's going to happen, is death and destruction are going to be in his wake. Not the good kind. And then we'll have him go like this, and then we'll have him go like this. And end turn. So I've never really understood the whole entire point of this game in terms of, like, the actual meaning. Because I've been doing a lot of research and things like that based off of, like, the meaning and why people do things. Most of the time I just guess it's to entertain, to inform, even. But sometimes you just gotta wonder, you're like, what's so important that they had to make a game about it? Or, well, at least that's what I've been studying in terms of why people write a story. So sometimes people write a story to inform people, sometimes people write a story to entertain people, sometimes people write a story to persuade people. And that's all happy doodly dandy, and I'm completely fine with that. My concern is just, is there more to it? Because apparently I'm having a very hard time seeing in between the lines, if that makes sense, you know? And first I gotta make sure that she's healed. And if I go like this, then can I attack? Yes, I can. Try a burst. Nope. Rapid fire? Nope. We'll just shoot somebody. Execute. But yeah, that's just something that was really not bothering me per se, but just made me think, you know? You ever have those times, those days where you're just, I'm not even sure what I'm doing with my life. Literally me, all day, every day. Just saying. But yeah, I've always been just wondering, Like, what the actual meaning of things is. What's the intention? You know? Like, I absolutely love this game. It reminds me a lot of the little games that I used to play when I was younger. Whew. Pardon me, I didn't get much sleep because I never get much sleep anymore. But anyway, what I'm saying is like going in with not a little expectation, but not too much expectations with things like that. I learned that there's a lot more in-depth information about things than we actually initially intend. Like, for example, when I took a class in college, yes, I'm still in college, don't mind that. But one of the things that I did was I took a class, a poetry class, and it basically taught me a lot in terms of like the formats and things like that of an actual poem and how we could write different ones, and it was just a creative writing class in general, so there were a lot of different things that we learned as time progressed. Now my thing is that I absolutely hate poetry. I have no reason to like it. I don't like it. I don't understand it because it doesn't make any sense to me. Just writing in general is just eh. But for there, I absolutely just didn't like it. I just sat down and wrote whatever I wanted to write, and then I was done. Like, there really wasn't much for me to gain from being there. But instead, oh, he killed him. I can hack. But then as I sat there and learned more about, like, But as I sat there and learned more about, like, the, nitty-gritty, so to speak, then a lot of things didn't make sense still, but people saw things in my work that I guess I didn't see. So it all goes down to the basic principle that I've always learned in my life is that I'm really bad when it comes down to, like, overthinking and things like that. So all the time I'll just overthink a situation or just kind of I wouldn't say suffer, but just deal with things. So I'd always just sit down and just deal with it. Whatever happened, I would just go about my day and just deal with whatever's happening in life. So I would just do that, and I guess it worked fine? Oh, jeez, I've got to heal. Oh, it's Flown. Hello, Flown. There she is. She's the assassin? I was expecting somebody a little more menacing, but oh well. Shut up and capture her. Aye, aye, dude. Prima pretty prepancia. Mighty warriors protect me. Did she just summon a zombie? Angelic language. She must be from Celestia. Makes no difference to me. Angel or god, anybody who posted me suffer a terrifying death. Say your prayers. Please don't push yourself too hard. You guys can run if it gets dangerous. Don't let her escape. We'll teach her a lesson. Oh, okay. Reveal yourself. Oh, it is you. Please do not startle me like that. So, how are things progressing? Well, I cannot say, but they have gone perfectly. There is nothing to be concerned about. I see. Forgive me for putting such a heavy burden on you. Please, it was my idea to begin with. By the way, how was the girl doing? Has she managed to meet Lahar safely? I would not use... Oh my, I would not use the word safely, but she is managing in her own way. You have a lot of faith in her. Yes, just as you have a lot of faith in him. I absolutely... Is she here, or did she run away? Looks like she ran away. And then I'll use my burning fisto. Blazing a knuckle. And that should kill them all, probably. I don't know. And then if we go Etna, move her up one space this way. And then if we go Lebec, and we go, Lebec, heal us, please. You were so good at this. Poison arrow. I know in some games, healing is like white magic, and then light magic ends up doing a butt ton of damage to like bad guys. Not bad guys, like zombies. I think that's the thing in Final Fantasy. I'm not sure. I think it's in 13. I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy 13. I've only played some of 7. Oh, not even. That's a lie. I've only played some of 15. I've only played some of 8. No, not 8. 15. Some of 10. And that's it? Yeah, I think that's it. I didn't play much Final Fantasy growing up. Like, I like it, and I think they're great. I know I mentioned them in one of my streams, but you know, I just never get a chance to like really in-depth games, no matter how much I love RPGs. So now that I actually have the time and the effort and the energy, well, not really time, but effort and energy. It's all I really need. It's just some. And then I go like this. But yeah, essentially, I'm sorry. When I get distracted by like me doing things, it just kind of happens that things happen like this. Not an intention. Not an intention, I promise. Or is it? Dun 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 dun. Anyway, oh geez, she dunked on him. And then if I can, no, that's a difference in height. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. You know, I just have a lot of like opinionated things that I'm not 110% sure about, like how they come to be, how they come to fruition. So then it just really interests me when I figure out like how I'm thinking and what I'm thinking. It has a lot to do with like based off of all the people that I talk to and things like that. They seem to insist that it's like based off of how you grew up, like where you grew up and how. I think that's a part of it, but I don't think that's like the like nitty gritty of it all. Because if it was about me and how I grew up and I was so opinionated, but it's weird because I think I found myself having a lot more differentiated opinions than from those that I actually grew up with. Like for example, some of my friends back home, because currently I'm in college, so not here. But they tell me a whole bunch of different things about what they think, and we don't always, well, actually, more often than not do we actually disagree with things, and I think that's a really good change of pace, because having people agree with you all the time in everything that you do isn't very interesting. Because if I wanted to have somebody agree with me all the time, then I'd just get a yes man. Heck, I'd even, I don't know, not pay one because I'm broke and a college student, but like, yeah, there's not really much else for you to be doing in a situation like that. Other than just dealing with things as they come, I guess. Yeah, it's just me though. Oh yes, double attack. It's a lot like, oh geez, I guess back attacks do a lot of damage. I guess back attacks do a lot of damage. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. Okay. First things first, I'm going to move Idola, not Idola, Lebec, Lady Lafayette. And then she's going to heal them too. And then we're going to have Etna use her special Impaler, sure. And then we're going to move Plenaire. Can we use one of her specials? No. Okay. And then we'll move our Demon Prince, aka Handsomest Boy. Can we use his Blade Rush? No, we cannot. He is one space too soon. That's fine. Anyway, back onto the topic at hand. I've always really enjoyed RPGs, but mainly growing up I used to play things like Pokemon all the time. So that's where my love for RPGs grew. And then I started playing Digimon. Okay, that's actually a really cool move. But when I was younger, I used to basically go to my grandparents' house all the time because they would be the ones to watch over me. And then I would play a lot of like Pokemon for the DS, and not the DS. Well, yes, the DS, but for the Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Leaf Green were like the ones that we would use like all the time. I never beat Fire Red, but I did end up beating Leaf Green, and I remember it because it was the happiest moment of my life as a little 5-year-old. No, actually, I didn't beat it at 5. I beat it when I was like 8. What ended up happening was that I was never really good at the games. I knew like the type advantages and things like that. I knew more than like the basic child because I actually paid attention when you watched the TV show. Because like, oh my gosh, I should not use an electric type on a ground type. That was kind of like the thing. You weren't allowed to. Well, not that you weren't allowed to, but that you shouldn't. And because it won't affect it. But then I ended up just beating the entire... Because the problem is with Fire Red and Leaf Green, it's just like Red and Blue, where there's a giant level curve just out of nowhere. And I don't know what they expect me to do with life, but... it just kind of happens. So I ended up getting a Squirtle because Squirtle is one of the best. I ended up picking Bulbasaur now more than any because when I played the games when I was younger, I used to just pick each starter and then just live life. But I ended up always picking Squirtle, so I would be Squirtle, get him all the way to Blastoise. I'd have like random Pokemon in the party, sure, but I never had like an actual balanced team. So what I would do is I'd get Blastoise to like level 60 by the end of the game, and then I would go pick up a Zapdos at the power plant for like use my one Master Ball, and then that'd be it. Like that's how you beat the game. You teach him like Rain Dance and like Thunder, and that's it. Because then Blastoise gets powered up by the water. I do need to remember to give these guys items though, because that stuff's important. Okay, let's see. He needs swords or axes. And then she needs a rod. Let me see if they have any good swords or rods. And then I can try to get one for Laharl as well, because I rarely see somebody get slapped. Short sword, sword breaker. I guess a Knight's Lance would be really nice. Longbow, actually not that long. That's a big mood. I'll get a good lance. I don't need any good guns because the only person who uses guns is heckin' Plenaire, and Plenaire's pretty OP. She doesn't need a good weapon. She doesn't need a new weapon, at least not yet. Okay, and then we're gonna get Laharl because he only has a common sword. Longbow is apparently really good, so I'm gonna 15 attack, 2 speed, or 13 attack, 1 hit. And then we're gonna get Etna, her, not Iron Lance, but Knight's Lance. How much does it increase? It only decreases her speed by like 3, and she's pretty fast normally, so I think we should be fine for now. Weapon, she's gonna get the wooden staff or the witch's staff? Oh yeah, the witch's staff, because I guess it powers up her thing. Yeah, and it gives her extra SP, which is good. And then I'll give back, instead of the common bow, I'll replace that with the long bow. Yeah, that's actually a lot better. And then Numair gets a sword. Or should I just give him a villager's axe? Let's see what happens. There's the difference between the villager's axe and the sword breaker. Less defense, but a lot more attack and no. -3 defense for one hit and one attack. It's not that worth it. So for now, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I think that's good. Please select where you'd like to go. I don't appreciate you telling me where I'd like to go, thank you. I'm fine where I am. No. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think we'll end it here. It was a nice talk with everyone today, huh? Well, anyway, please feel free to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see more. Don't forget to make sure you comment down below all of the name suggestions that you would like for me to name characters in the future. We're starting to get a lot of points, and I'm really trying to have like a big summoning. I only wanted like 2 or 3 characters just to make sure that like not everybody is going to become fodder and die. Basic things, I know. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.